Hi, ladies. I wanted to talk to you about my own personal experience with menopause. It sort of starts back to when I was in my 30s. I remembered reading an article about how Asian women don't suffer from menopause symptoms. I mean, they get their periods stopping, but they didn't have the side effects of going into menopause that a lot of you know other women do around the world. So when menopause hit me, it hit me with a vengeance, and quite suddenly, the hot flashes were extremely intense, and the mood. Oh, I gave the dictionary a whole different interpretation of impatience. So I recalled that I had read that article, but I couldn't remember exactly what it said. So I went looking up, Googling Asian women menopause, um, and read a bunch there. And it all had to do with the kinds of foods they ate. Um, they have a great deal of soy and a great deal of ginseng in their diets. But and that's all good, but there's a bit of a trick to it. I mean, what they're eating is natural soy and natural ginseng. So I had, a couple of experiences of trying different ones, and I found that the only thing that really worked was organic supplements. Okay, so, and I am not a naturalist or an herbalist or whatever. I'm just somebody I've just done my research and had my experiences. I don't work in the industry. I don't work for any of these companies, and I'm not trying to promote a company. I'm just saying what really worked uh, amazingly well for me. Okay, so this one here is really, really good for hot flashes, and you will notice it substantially cut back after about 2-3 days. This is soy isoflavone. It's a 50 milligram tablet, and you get 60 of them in the bottle. I only needed one a day, and that was me with really intense hot flashes. So you get 60 capsules, so it lasts you 2 months, right? And they are, just open them. They're like the gel caps. There we go. Okay, so you can tell that that's organic because that is the natural color of soy. Um, it, when it's grown. Okay, it's not been messed with. It's just a condensed soy isoflavone. Um, yeah, so this worked beautifully for me. My hot flashes were gone within a very short period of time, and I've not suffered hot flashes at all. I mean, I get a little bit of warmth, but I only take one a day. So every once in a while, I might get a little bit of warmth, but not that burning stuff that's really irritating. It just more feels like I've sort of walked into a warm room briefly. But that's all I have, and that's it, right? Okay, so for the moods, Siberian ginseng. They eat a lot of this in their diets, and that's why they don't get the mood fluctuations. Once again, if it's not organic and if it's messed with, then you're missing the real power to it, right? So Siberian ginseng should look like this, right? So I know you can buy stuff in the drugstores. It's all bleached out and white looking, and I tried that stuff and it didn't do a darn thing. But this stuff, ginseng should be brown like this. Now I take, and I still take this. I take 5 a day of these. This is 90 capsules. So I think the bottles around, the price can vary anywhere between $12 and $16. But it is so worth it. The important thing about this one though is you gotta take it in the morning, because you might find that it gives you a bit of energy, and you don't take it at night, right, while you're trying to go to sleep, and your legs feel like they want to run a marathon. So yeah, it might give you a little bit of an energy boost. It happens with some people. Oh, one of the reasons I wanted to do this video is because at my work, I'll get like women in their 40s and 50s come in, and they'll be in the middle of a hot flash or something. And I of course know what they look like because I had loads of experience with those at first. And so I mentioned these things to them, and I'm always surprised that they didn't know anything about it. And my own physician, she asked me, she said, "You're not on any meds or anything for the menopause, right?" She said, "What are you doing? What are you taking?" So I told her, and she said, "Well, that's good to know," because she gets a lot of clients asking her how to go natural, right? I found the combination of these two, and I know they're both natural factors. Really, I'm not trying to promote any company. It's just that it's easy access to find these things, and they are organic. I can find them locally, and I can also find them online. So that's why I stay with those. Yeah, so that's my experience. I've been in menopause for about 6 years now, and ever since I started taking these, I've had absolutely no menopausal symptoms other than not having a period. I don't get the dry skin, I don't get the moods, I don't get the hot flashes, none of it. Vaginal dryness, I don't get any of it. You actually feel quite good. It's great not having periods and not having any of the symptoms that can go along with that. So I wanted to share this. I suppose I'm supposed to put some sort of disclaimer on here. I don't know. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but these are just natural products that, if you ate them like the Asian women do, you would get the same effect. I'm just not disciplined enough to include these in my diet all the time. And like I said, it's got to be organic. It won't work if it's not. Okay, you just don't need all that other stuff in it. And the more processing it's put through, the more you lose of the actual product. So anyway, I wanted to share this. I kept meaning to do this video for the longest time. Told my husband I was going to do it, and I was going to do it, and I was going to do it. I kept putting it off. So anyway, I've done it. And, why not give it a shot? It's not going to cost you that much. Even for hot flashes, start with that. One a day. And if that's not quite enough, go up to 2 a day. I take all of these in the morning. If you have any problem, that's another thing too. I've discovered that if you have a problem with gel cap stuff, I always I'll take it with water, but I'll follow it up with some coffee or some tea. It really, really settles in the stomach nicely if you do that. Anyway, that's my experience. I hope this helped you. Okay, bye-bye.